Hi, I'm Simon Harrison, head professional at Lilybrook Golf Club in Cheltenham. Welcome to another in the series of my golf tips. Today we're going to be talking about the grip and the importance of correct hand placement on the club. The biggest problem I see through coaching is that people generally have an incorrectly placed left hand. The right hand isn't quite as important because the right hand works around the left hand in most cases. The left hand needs to be in a position which gives you freedom to rotate and move your wrists. That generally means you're going to have about 3 knuckles showing at the back of the hand. Most people tend to place it with the thumb running down the middle of the shaft and only a couple of knuckles, and that restricts their release and movement, thus causing a slice. So the correct placement of the club, if you were to look at your hand and you just curl it just a little bit, you will notice that there's a couple of grooves, one of them is lifeline, one of them I believe is a bloodline. Place the club so it's against the groove, just above the base of the little finger, and into the hook of the forefinger, or the trigger finger. So you close the hand around from that position. Once you've closed the hand around, what you can now see is that the meaty heel of the hand is pushing down onto the club. It's not sat, so the club is sat on top of the meaty part. So the heel is sitting on top of the club. That then is pushing the club down into the base or the joint of the little finger. That has now created an airtight seal around the back. There is no gap in there, so you now have control. If you have any gap in there whatsoever, you're going to lose control because the club will move. So it's now down into the bottom of the joint. In order to check that that is correct, we're now going to turn around so that when you look straight down onto your hand with the club in front of you, you should be able to see at least 2.5 to 3 knuckles on the back of the left hand. A way of checking that that is correct is if you place the club out straight in front of you, you should be able to hinge your wrist straight up so the shaft is almost vertical. If you've placed your hand in the incorrect manner, it's very difficult to hinge your wrist up. Whether you're too weak, i.e. no knuckles, or too strong, too many knuckles, it restricts the amount you can hinge your left wrist. Once your left hand is on correctly, whichever grip you want to use, whether you want to use interlocking, overlapping, or 10 finger, is down to you. I always suggest that smaller hands, i.e. juniors and ladies, and those struggling with a slice should probably stick to 10 finger or interlocking. Generally those with bigger hands can use any of them, but you can't use an overlapping if you've got small hands. With your right hand, what you're trying to do is place the club so it's in the middle crease of all of your fingers. So you're hooking the fingers around. You are now trying to place the meaty heel of the hand again on the right thumb. We're trying to place that meaty heel on top of the left thumb and close the hand around. You should now once again be in a position where you can hinge the club up and down without really moving the arms. If the right hand is too far over the top, you're going to be restricted. If it's too far underneath, you're going to be restricted. So remember, trap the left thumb with the pad of the right thumb and you should have full freedom in your hinge.